Hi, it's Barbie, and welcome to the middle of the road. So today I had the privilege of watching the Epstein Survivors press conference. And let me first off say I'm very surprised but proud of the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene was at the head of the deal, speaking up. Nancy Mace and Lauren Boebert have all stood up in support of the victims, the survivors. I was pissed off when I heard, and it was only men, journalists, that were in the crowd, wanting to basically say that this was all a hoax. Well, if it was a hoax, then why in the hell is Ghislaine in prison? You know, just like y'all want to say that the Russian shit is a hoax. But there are people that went to prison for that, so it's not a hoax. There were people given pardons for that, so it's not a hoax. All right? You know, y'all just can't keep calling crap a hoax. But this, of all things, was not a hoax. And I'm glad that this is finally coming out. Not just for those victims, not for the thousands of girls that were messed with as far as the Epstein deal is concerned. But I'm also glad that this shit is coming out for all the victims like me. The ones that never got justice. The ones that it happened in the family. The ones that it was the neighbor. The ones that it was the camp counselor or the pastor at church. All of us have got all of our energy with those victims, with those survivors. Mine, because a lot of people say, well, you should have known, you should have this, you should have that. If it was a 16-year-old boy that was put into that situation, he would have been looked at as he was manipulated. But because it's girls, no, they're not. You know, it's just funny to me how our society has always put the blame off on the girl. It's always her fault. It's what she wore. It's what she did. It's how she danced. It's whatever. But what it comes down to is that they are not able to control themselves. The predators themselves are not able to control themselves. And they go after little girls because they're not man enough to handle a grown woman. Basically, that's it. They feel so little that by going after a little girl, it makes them feel like big men. Besides the fact that they get to claim that they were the first. And their screwed up little brains. Back in the 90s, I did do a show on this. And I did an extensive amount of research on what you can do with pedophiles. And many of them, they're never able to correct themselves. The urge never goes away, even though they get monitored and all this kind of stuff. They still have these things come up. And so I looked into some of the remedies for that. And many people think that if you just go and castrate them, that'll take the urge away. But what they found is, no, it didn't. Physical castration does not take the urge away because the urge is up here in their brain. And that is the part that's screwed up. You can do it with chemical castration. But that, again, is only as long as they take the pill. Kind of like a schizophrenic, they start feeling better and then they go, oh, I don't need the medication anymore. I'm better now. As soon as they stop taking the medication, the symptoms of schizophrenia come back on. And that's exactly what happens with the castration medication, is that as soon as they stop taking it, all that shit floods back into them. So really, to tell you the truth, the only true way to handle pedophiles or sexual abusers of any kind would basically be to put them in prison and leave them there. That's the only way to fix it. It's the only way to fix it. I know that there may be some therapists out there who say, oh, but I can do it, and you just have to do this. And you know what? No, every study that I have seen, every person that I have seen that has been, because I've got experience, remember? It never left them. Never left them. One of them I know because he never got prosecuted or anything, of course, because that was back during the 60s when my stuff happened. And he basically just isolated himself. I guess the shame of the family, because some of the family knew. Some of the family knew. Not all of the family knew. And when I came out with my story, this'll get you. When I finally came out and I told the truth, I was told that I was evil and that people wished I had never been born. I got told that to my face because I came out with the truth. Well, you know what? We're all responsible for our actions. And I was born, despite how evil you think I was to be 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. 9 years old. And at the things that happened at 9 were significantly worse than the things that had happened from 4. Yeah. Yeah. So, does it ever leave you? No. Does it put you into a survival mode the rest of your life? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Even before you come to a full realization of what happened to you, you still are in survival mode. Every relationship, every job, every time you walk down an alley, every time you do anything, that crap is sitting there in the back of your mind. These women that you saw today testify, or not testify, but do the press conference, they have all gone through the same thing. You're constantly looking over your shoulder. You're constantly watching, on edge all the time. And yet the men just cruise on and continue their life like nothing ever happened. Right? So, real proud of the girls today. Real proud of the girls today. This has got to get exposed. It's all got to get exposed. I was doing some research the other day. I was going to do a show about it, and then something came up. Since this all came up, I want anyone that goes to church that watches my stuff, start keeping an eye on pastors. This is a list of the pastors in Texas alone. This year alone. There was the Texas megachurch, Robert Morris. He was accused of assaulting a 12-year-old girl. Gateway Church, there's multiple pastors there that are being sued for a sexual abuse cover-up and retaliation. When the victim said something, they went after the victim. What does that tell you? Hope Fellowship, pastor there, inappropriate contact with the minor, admitted, but no charges. He admitted he did it, but there's no charges against him. What was that? Hope Fellowship. If you go to Hope Fellowship, hey, you might want to talk to your pastor. See what the hell he's actually up to. Because it sounds to me like his ass needs to be in prison. you know, I think. Woodlands. Oh, that's right on the other side of Houston from me. Pastor, child pornography. Ignatius Christiana, Fort Worth Church, sexual abusing a child over 30 days. Yeah. Timothy Nail. Now, he was a pastor. He's been sentenced twice. Twice. In 2 years. He's been sent in 2 years. Now, hang on a second. If he was properly sentenced the first time that he assaulted a little child, then he wouldn't have been out to assault the second child. This is what I was talking about the other day. It's over and over and over again. So he's up in Tyler, Texas. His latest victim, she was 4 years old. 4 years old. And the last church was, Quinonia Christian. And the pastor's name was Goins. And he has been arrested for indecent assault and sexual assault. That's just this year. That was just in this one article that I read. These were just in that one article. Cover-ups. Slaps on the wrist for assaulting children. Over and over and over again. And what gets me even more is that they're using Jesus. They're using Jesus as a front. That's basically it. Because you damn sure ain't going to sit there and tell me that you're abusing children and you actually believe that God approves. Let's get real, Bubba. That ain't happening. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Be on the side of victims. Be on the side of survivors. Believe them. Listen to them. Because it's their lives that have gotten screwed up. It's their lives that have had to pay the price for the abuse that was done to them. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to see the arrest. I'm ready. I'll stand in line. I'll help. Please. I'll volunteer for that one. But if there is a brigade getting together to go out and arrest sexual abusers, count me in, girls. I'm with you. I'd love to. Any day. Yeah. Let's do it. Anyway. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.